Alright, so it's really important before you put a new spark plug in that you check it and make sure that it has the proper gap between the two electrodes. So between this bottom electrode here in the center of the spark plug and between this top overhanging electrode. To do this, you can use any old gap tool. So this is just a basic spark plug gap tool that I picked up at the auto parts store. It's pretty cheap. It has markings on the side of it. Let's see, so over here we have the gap going around, and there's a little band along the outer edge that changes in thickness as you rotate along the edge corresponding to the measurements marked off here. And so you just want to take your spark plug, start at the thinnest part over here and just kind of slide it until it gets stuck. So right about there is the gap currently on the spark plug, which is about 0.050 inches. And it's going to depend on your application what the gap should specifically be. So for the motor that I'm going to put this spark plug in, the gap is supposed to be 0.042 to roughly 0.046. So this is a little bit too wide. You know, the gap should be somewhere right around right there. And so I want to close this gap a little bit. So the way I want to close this gap is just kind of by pressing on this electrode right here. And so I'm just going to use the gap tool for that, put it on a hard surface and just kind of press down a little bit, and then keep checking the gap to see when it's right. A little bit more. So this one I actually pressed a little bit too far. You can see my gap is now dropped to around 0.35, and so I want to open this one up a little bit. And so the way I'm going to do that is just, slide into this hole at the top is the gap opener. So I'm just going to slide that over the top of the electrode like so, and give it a little pry, being careful not to damage the second electrode. So check it again, stick it in here. 0.0, that's like 0.39, a little bit more. Let's give it a small, kind of minor tweak. No, a little bit more than that. There we go. That's about where I want it. So, that's all there is to it.